What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bri, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16. We're going to talk about some potential spoilers in a Q&A format. I know some people are like, are these confirmed? Are those confirmed? Are those spoilers confirmed? Well, we can never say with 100% confirmation that they are, but spoiler warning obviously for all things Walking Dead, especially Season 10, Episode 16. I can't wait to watch the episode, so we'll finally know what happens. But first, guys, before we get to it, please hit the subscribe button. We have a goal of 100,000 subscribers. We need just about 7,000 more, so if you can help us out, it would be greatly appreciated. Hit that thumbs up button, liking the channel, liking the video, really helps the channel out. Now, if you want to donate, you don't have to, but even the smallest donation helps. We have a Patreon, a membership program. We do live streams every Sunday, but also my book series. Fight For Us is my book series available on Amazon. It's a zombie apocalypse story set in the future. I hope you join the fight and pick up your copy today in paperback and digital format on Kindle. Now, like I said, I've had several videos about potential spoilers, and 2020 has been a crazy year, but we're almost there for the return of the Walking Dead show. I can't wait to watch the episode and to see if the spoilers are true. What are they saying? What are they not? Hopefully you checked out a bunch of different videos that we posted, and I know a lot of people on a lot of channels are saying a lot of different things, but a jaw-dropping finale, it kind of doesn't sound that way from the potential spoilers, but so many times I've read spoilers and the episode was better than what I've read. Now, this format is from We Are TWD Fans. What's the plan to eliminate the herd? Are they successful? It's to lead them over the edge of a cliff with a carriage carrying a tape deck playing Burning Down the House by Talking Heads. Yes to the second part, just not the wagon because it's ambushed and destroyed by the Whispers. It's Lydia and Carol leading them to and over the edge of the cliff instead. How did Daryl and Negan end up working together? Why is Negan wearing a mask? To get to the wagon, they need to go through the herd, so Daryl wants Negan to go as well because he has experience being among the dead. Negan refuses at first because he thinks he'll get a lot of unwanted attention from the Whispers due to him being on the top of their killing list, but Daryl says he got to put his butt on the line like everybody else. Anything about Dog? While Gabriel and the children are still inside the tower, the doors are barricaded and the Whispers are banging on them. Dog starts barking loudly and runs towards the door, so Gabriel tells Judith to go get Dog, and I believe that's it. I don't remember anything else happening to him. So Dog survives, and a lot of people survive, so that sounds a lot like the information that we saw before and I shared with you in other videos, but it's always good to get a little bit more information, like Burning Down the House by the Talking Heads is playing, so that's pretty cool. Very fitting, in my opinion, but I can't wait to watch the episode and see how it actually goes down. And I know a lot of people were like, wow, this seems underwhelming. This seems terrible based on the spoilers, the potential spoilers. And like I said before, we've been getting spoilers for a while now, and I've read a lot of times where it's like, wow, this doesn't sound good, and it's actually better than it sounds, and I hope that's the case here. But either way, I'm excited just to have The Walking Dead back on television. So we have The Walking Dead and World Beyond and Talking Dead on October 4th. Let's go. How is Maggie reintroduced? Does she save the day? She saves Gabriel from getting killed by Whispers at the tower after everyone's been evacuated and Gabriel stayed behind to make sure they are not followed. She's not involved in the overall Horde Whisper situation. Maggie hugs Gracie first when Aaron brings her to see Maggie. Then Judith and RJ arrive. Maggie and Judith see each other from afar, recognize each other, and hug. The only thing I found a bit weird here was that Maggie didn't even acknowledge RJ's presence, and no introductions were made. The scene is cut right after Maggie and Judith hug. I felt that was a bit left out. Do Maggie and Negan interact at all? No. Who is the Masked Ninja? What is he/she doing in this episode? The Masked Ninja walks in just when Gabriel is overpowered by the Whispers. He kills all of them and Maggie walks in right after him, saying that he's with her. We then see Aaron standing next to him and looking at him, so he has to kind of nod at Aaron. So a couple things. We don't have a Maggie-Negan interaction. The masked person is referred to as a he, even though we don't see the person unmasked, so we don't know if it's Cal or Eduardo or Dwayne or some other crazy theory that's out there. So I guess we'll have to wait until season 11 or the 6 extra episodes for season 10 to see the masked person, what's going to happen with Maggie and Negan. And it's kind of crappy that we're not going to see a Maggie-Negan interaction. And I guess we have to wait even longer to find out who this masked person is and what they're all about. And let's keep it rolling. What is Virgil doing? Virgil is seen going to Oceanside. Do we find out what happened to Connie? Is she in the episode? Yes, she's alive, but battered. She tries to walk for a bit, but falls back down. We see Virgil on horseback finding her. Who dies? How? Beatrice is stabbed by a whisper while among the horde and she gets eaten. A male also dies during the whisper ambush on the wagon, but I don't know who he was. Beta also dies. Negan lures Beta away from the herd. They fight. Beta seems to overpower him when Daryl comes along and stabs Beta in both eyes. He's then devoured by walkers. I actually really like this scene. It's hard to describe using just words, but we kind of see the death happening from Beta's perspective in sepia. He has flashbacks of Alpha, and at first it's like the walkers are all over him, caressing him, almost kind of carrying him. Then the colors go back to normal. Walkers actually rip off his mask and proceed to tear him apart. Is Rosita in this episode? What is she doing? Briefly, with the children and the rest of the families after having been evacuated and the horde's been taken care of. So Rosita doesn't do much here, and it looks like it's more of a Beta last episode thing where they really highlight Beta. Alpha's death, Beta's death is a big thing. It sounds like we don't really lose that many people this episode, but we see Connie. Virgil at Oceanside makes sense, somewhat, I guess. How did he get there? Did he ride a horse? Did he ride a boat? Did he walk there? Again, so many people are like, where's Connie? Where's Connie? Is she alive? Is she this? So many different theories, like she's going to be a walker and people are going to be upset, but she's alive and well. Beta gets taken out, which is, I thought, not going to happen until season 11, but I guess they proceed to have this. And this was before the news about season 11 being the last one and the 6 extra episodes. So Beatrice and Beta are taken out. And that's about it. Well, I guess some other person in our group, and Rosita is barely seen, so she's in the episode. I know some people are saying that she's not, and she is, so we'll have to see, but it sounds like she has a minor role. Does anyone find out about Michonne's quest to find Rick? If so, who and what are their reactions? Daryl tells Carol that Michonne has gone to help some people. No mention of Rick. Daryl tells Carol that he's scared he's never going to see her again. But who told Daryl about Michonne? I guess Judith? Virgil? Can't wait to find out. In the comics, there's 2 big moments. One where a character is gutted and hanging from a ladder, and another where a character is bit on the neck saving another character. Do any of these moments happen? Nope. No major theatrical deaths other than Beta's. So no tower death. Father Gabriel's safe and everyone else lives. People are not going to like that. What is Carol's storyline in this episode? She and Lydia have a heart-to-heart over Alpha's death. Later on, after they lose the wagon, Lydia volunteers to be the one to lead the horde over the cliff. At the last minute, Carol says she'll do it instead, but Lydia doesn't let her go, and they both end up staying alive while the walkers fall off the cliff. Does Lydia or Judith do anything memorable? Judith is reunited with Maggie. Oh man, but again, how does Daryl know about Michonne? Because last time we saw Judith not tell Daryl, so I hope it's explained. No major deaths from the comic, but again, like I said before, the show is the show and the comic is the comic. But I just hope it's explained. I hate when something is not explained on a show, and I just hope it makes sense that somebody told Daryl, because Daryl's not going to know what Michonne did or where Michonne went. No water tower death, and I know that's going to bother a lot of people because people want the comic to be replicated on the show, but that doesn't always happen. A lot of big moments happen, but we'll have to see Lydia, Carol, Lydia and Carol being there for each other. It makes sense that Carol's going to live. I mean, Carol doesn't get bit. I know so many people thought that Carol's going to get the Andrea death. Who's going to get the Andrea death? Who's going to get the water tower death? Evidently, nobody. What happens during the rest of Eugene, Ezekiel, Yumiko, and Princess's journey? Eugene crashes his bike, decides to give up because they won't be able to make the rendezvous on time, has to endure a motivational speech by Ezekiel, and they decide to continue onwards and upwards. Does Eugene finally meet Stephanie? No, because apparently they are late and she's no longer there, if she ever was. Do the stormtrooper-looking Commonwealth soldiers appear? What are they doing? Yes. Once the group gets to the train yard and find it empty, this time it's Eugene who gives the motivational speech on not giving up on the search when the stormtroopers appear out of nowhere and order them to freeze and put down their weapons. Does Aaron have any memorable scenes? Just that him and Alden are not captured or killed. Do Carol and Daryl make up? What do they talk about? They do seem to be talking normally right from the beginning of the episode. There's some hugging and you still got me type of lines, but nothing overly dramatic. So we all know that Carol and Daryl are going to be fine because they're going to have their own show. So why would they drag it out? You know that the Commonwealth is clearly coming for season 11. Pretty much knew that Stephanie would be there. We'll see her in season 11. Princess supposedly has a funny line that some people like, some critics and reviewers like, and I really hope she has the new funny one-liners like Abraham. The show needs comic relief, and I think she's going to bring that. I can't wait to see what's in store for this group and the Commonwealth. So my thought is season 11, all Commonwealth. They're there. Our group meets them at the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth comes back. Commonwealth soldiers, Mercer, Miltons. Can't wait to see how it goes down since season 11 is the last. I think the Commonwealth could be the last part of the story. And it's funny, Aaron and Alden were surrounded in season 10, episode 15 by walkers and whispers. And then in the opening minutes sequence sneak peek thing for 10x16, and they're running in the woods and killing walkers and whispers, and then the masked ninja shows up. So it's just like they're just throwing them in like, yep, it's not really explained how they get away, but I guess it doesn't matter. And like I said before, Carol and Daryl need to be best buddies and there for each other, especially if they're going to have their own show after season 11 of The Walking Dead. Assuming they do defeat the Hurt and Beta, what happens with the Whisperers afterwards? Or do they all die? They do, but no mention of what happens to the Whisperers or if they are any left. And I know it says that, but it should be if there are any left. All I can say is that the plan was indeed to kill them all. Anything else interesting in this episode? Negan and Lydia hug. How does the episode end? With the stormtroopers scaring the living daylights out of poor Eugene, Ezekiel, Yumiko, and Princess. So that's a good question. Would all the Whisperers just die? Would they join our group? Would they just go away? Will there be a new Alpha or Beta, or the Whisperers disband? Lydia and Negan hug. Carol and Lydia probably hug. And everybody's there for Lydia, so Lydia moves on to season 11. I wonder what's going to be in store for Lydia going forward. And Eugene, Ezekiel, Princess, and Yumiko are going to the Commonwealth, just like in the comic. Those four people will go to the Commonwealth and probably bring the Commonwealth back in season 11 to Alexandria and or Hilltop, probably both. And we'll see how it goes down. How is it going to be replicated from the comic? The differences, the similarities. Can't wait to find out. So again, the information in this spoiler video seems to be the same, if not very similar to our other videos. So I'm going with the information is not 100% confirmed, but highly likely to occur. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.
No, we love you guys.